Are you looking to move to the Greater Edmonton area in the near future? Well, you've come to the right place because I will be sharing the latest market update from January 2024. Make sure you also watch till the end of this video as I'm going to be highlighting some trends that could put you ahead of the curve, both as a buyer and a seller. So let's dive in. So from a high level perspective, the Greater Edmonton area real estate market is off to a good start for the year. The total residential unit sales, and that means every single residential unit that's sold, whether it was a condo, detached single family home, townhouse, etc., was at 1,439 for January 2024. And that was an increase of 17.5% from December 2023 and a whopping 46.8% higher than January 2023. Detached homes unit sales were up 25% from December 2023 and up 51% from the previous year. Semi-detached homes held steady at just 0.7% higher month over month, but had an increase of 41% compared to January 2023. And maybe most surprisingly, apartment condominium unit sales increased 16.9% from the previous month and 50% from January 2023. These numbers show a significant increase, but what does that actually tell us? We usually don't see this kind of activity until later in the spring market. So it tells us that we have a high demand for homes in the Greater Edmonton area and serious buyers are coming out of the woodwork early this year and they are not messing around. The total residential average sold price came in at $398,724. That's a 2.5% increase from December 2023 and a 7.6% increase from January 2023. Detached, semi-detached, row and townhouses, as well as apartment condos all saw an increase year over year between 1.1% to 8.6%, which tells us that the demand we've seen in the Edmonton and surrounding areas is continually happening, which can drive up those prices, especially if the inventory isn't quite keeping up with the increased demand. And that brings me to the inventory levels of the Greater Edmonton area. But what does inventory mean? It's actually twofold. Firstly, we look at how many listings were for sale in a specific month. So in January 2024, we had 4,540 total residential units for sale. This was actually a decrease of 1.9% from December 2023 and a 12.1% decrease from January 2023. Next, we look at how many current listings there are and how many months would it take to sell all of them given the current average sales volume. When the inventory is above 6 months, it means there are lots of options for buyers, and this can actually lower the average sale price. When there is between 4 to 6 months of inventory, this shows more of a balanced market. And if there's less than 4 months of inventory, then there's less options for buyers, and this can in turn increase the sale prices. So, based on the January numbers, our inventory level in the Greater Edmonton area is 3.15 months. And that is a great reflection of why our prices in our local community have been increasing. So with the lower inventory on the market, you may be wondering, how long is it actually taken for a home to sell? In January 2024, it took an average of 59 days for a residential property to sell. That was a 7-day increase from both December 2023 and January 2023. Now you may be thinking, hold on a minute. If the inventory is low and prices have increased, why is it taking longer for a home to sell? Well, it shows that sellers can't just throw up a property and hope for the best. A property needs to show well, but most importantly, it needs to be priced well. Yes, there are lots of buyers out there, but they aren't just jumping at every single opportunity like we saw in 2021 and 2022. And it's really important that sellers keep this in mind. So if you're in the market to buy, then you will be happy to know that interest rates have actually come slightly down and they're currently ranging between 4.84% to 5.09% for insured mortgage rates. These will look different if you're looking at a variable rate or conventional financing. So always check in with your preferred mortgage specialist for the most up-to-date rates. So in conclusion, the Greater Edmonton real estate market is off to a very good start with strong sales and prices, especially compared to last year. However, we are also seeing really low inventory, which is, usually typical for this time of year, but it is extraordinarily low. And we do need more listings to keep up with this very real demand. This could also be an indication that the spring market is going to take off very early this year, but we will know more at the end of February. Now, these stats are very macro level, and certain areas of Edmonton and the surrounding areas as well are definitely hotter than others, and so are certain price ranges. I'm seeing that anything that shows well and is within the 300,000 to the 450,000 range seems to be moving really quickly, especially in the surrounding areas like Spruce Grove and Stony Plain. Now, a little side note, these areas tend to offer more value for your money, so now could be a really good time to explore opportunities in these areas. Now keep in mind that whether you are buying or selling, your real estate needs are individual, and a general market update might not give you the full picture. So if you want a more specific market analysis of your home or your neighborhood, or you're thinking of buying and want to know where the hidden gems are, then I'm happy to provide you with a no obligation market evaluation or a no pressure buyer consult to explore your options. If you think that would be helpful, then click this link in the video and set it up. Otherwise, feel free to check out my other videos, and I will see you next month with an updated report.